Alright, finally. The highly anticipated new Link to the Past hack, Allhallows Eve. I finally completed my playthrough, and I want to kind of take my time, sort of, sharing my thoughts, sharing with you guys much of the world that was created for this hack. I did kind of play this hack for a few minutes earlier, just to kind of check out the intro on stream. But then I decided I want to play it off stream, just kind of take my time with it. And I noticed when I came back, bombable wall right here. I think this was a piece of heart. But yeah, first with the Streamlabs update, the mic didn't work, so I restarted. And then when I restarted, I guess on my end it showed that I was streaming, but I guess no one else was able to view the stream, so this is our third attempt right now. Yeah, so this is a Halloween-themed Link to the Past hack. So you see lots of people in costumes, lots of cameos, like Mario here. I'm faster than Sonic, and you still caught me. With your speed, it must have been easy to escape those giant hands. Anyway, because you're so fast, you can try bashing into many things. You can knock items out of trees and clear deep depths. Let's go. Oh yeah, he's back already. You got Mario, you got Spider-Man. This old fellow in here will give you tips for like where to go next if you don't know where to go. You know, he tells you to go east for the first dungeon, and you go south, then north, and west, and then there's another thing after you finish all 4 of those. You got Skull Kid right here from Majora's Mask. I'm not gonna bother reading most of the dialogue, I don't think. I do recommend, like, after the first dungeon, go in here because, this little area down here. First of all, you can fall down like any hole. And, there's something you're really gonna want, actually. That's right over here. And in order to get it, you have to push this down, push... Oh no, there's a way to get it. I forget what it is. But it's important. That's actually how I get the dash boots. But if you try to, like, come down here by stairs... First time I tried to do it, before I had the lantern, I came down these stairs, and this whole room was just black. I think the game didn't want me to come in here yet. So anyway, you do need to explore this area. You can get the dash boots in there earlier than you might think, in fact. I got them a lot later than I wish I had. Was that jack-o'-lantern exploding a candy corn? Is that what it's doing? A little bit of lag here with all these little sprites. Oh yeah, that's right, you go down this way. Oh, you know what? I gotta show you guys. So, just so you're aware, I'm not gonna, like, do it right now, but right underneath this bridge right here, well, I'll kind of show you, like, you walk under here, there's a hole down there. It's like right about here, and it drops you like somewhere else that is somehow beneficial to finding a secret of some sort. But anyway, you got this other NPC here whose head just kind of spins around. You got I don't know, this clown guy right here. I don't know if that's a reference to something. There was a Snorlax right here, and then you read the Book of Mudora to it to get rid of it. By the way, 4 bottles. And I had enough money to fill them all with blue potion, which you get enough hearts in this hack to make it worth your while. Actually, wait, I'll show something else over here. Like, a lot of Pokemon references. I found 4 of these guys that ask if you want to join Team Rocket. Whether you say yes or no, there's no indication of what it's doing, if anything. But I found, like, 4 of these guys. I said yes to all of them. Maybe there's more I didn't find? I don't know. Are these guys Michael Myers? Alright, so again, Spider-Man. Did we look at Spider-Man already? I think we did. And I think we looked at Skull Kid, yes, but... Did I already show you guys, this guy in here, the Sage from Ocarina of Time. As I was saying, once you get the Master Sword, which you need the dash boots to get the Master Sword, I'll show you guys how that's done later on. You talk to this guy, nice impressive custom sprite. He'll offer to imbue your sword with beams of light for when you have full health and you can shoot those beams. Because believe it or not, by default, you don't get that. And this guy will just do it for you for free. But when I realized it was an option, first I was kind of like, oh, that's neat that they give you the option. But the fact that they give me the option, the default is to not have the beams, kind of makes me not want to have the beams. And I tell you, I don't miss them. Like, they're weak, they don't do much, just kind of make that extra little annoying noise. Another thing, heading east to the first dungeon, the Pumpkin Patch. You have this little river here, and you can dive in, but... You know, I tried going, like, under that bridge there. From what I could tell, there's no secrets to be accessed over here with the flippers. You get the flippers, like, after you complete 4 dungeons, and you need them in order to access the 5th one. But, from what I could tell, there's not, like, a whole lot to really explore in, like, the rivers, etc., so... I kind of thought there'd probably be something here for me to grab, but seemed like probably not. Anyway, you might recognize these enemy types. It's funny when you drop some magic powder on them. Ye gods, my costume is ruined. But what if? Since you wanted to see the Halloween pumpkins, just kind of walking through a little bit, show you how to go through the game. You talk to this guy, he gives you the lantern, which you're going to need in the dungeon. Which, I wonder, with that lantern, couldn't I just go back and get the Pegasus boots right away? There's just like that little puzzle down there with the blocks, but I guess I did something wrong just now. Couldn't figure it out right away, but then I went back and I was able to kind of get it without any trouble, so I don't know if it matters, like, how you enter that area or what. So in the first dungeon, you get the hammer and the level 2 gloves. Like the first glove upgrade. And after you do that, there is a lot you can kind of go backtrack and explore, and you can get like a heart piece right here. Pumpkin Patch is like kind of a maze, but I mean, nothing terrible. You can sort of see where you're going. Now, you wouldn't go this way the first time because you wouldn't have the hammer or the gloves. But you can head like left from here actually and get to the next area from there, but if I go over here, and I think I can only access this after obtaining the gloves, pull up this rock, go down. I think there's just like a piece of heart down here. I hate these enemies. Wish there was something I could do about it. Nice little fairy for me right there. Yes, Hack has a lot of custom sprites, custom music, custom bosses. Are they all different? Mostly. But one interesting thing about this first area here is that, as I was saying, you know, you get the hammer, you get the gloves, you know, you have the lantern before you even access it. And once you exit the dungeon, there's a lot to explore nearby. Like, there was this rock here, I was able to pull it up, and there's a fairy fountain. Now, talking about the first dungeon, it was pretty straightforward. It was a nice dungeon. Like, you know, it wasn't like, you know, too easy or dumb or anything. It was satisfying. It was actually, what was challenging about it is, because the first dungeon, unless you explore around and find, like, you know, another heart or two, you gotta, like, really try hard not to get hit. I'm not gonna show you too much here, just so you get the idea. It's a nice pumpkin patch sort of aesthetic here, with pumpkin-y enemies. You know, just sort of take my word for it. But, you know, because you have such low max health in your first dungeon, I feel like I got lucky. I made it through, like, many screens near the end. with just like half a heart, just like beeping like constantly. I got to the boss. The boss was piss easy. I'll even say I think too easy. I'm not even sure the boss can hurt you, honestly. But you know, again, you don't want to challenge the player too much because they're not going to have a whole lot of max health to deal with enemies and bosses and such. But then after you exit the dungeon, you can come over here. And then you can open that treasure chest down there. What's down there? The turtle mask. I thought, oh, okay, I probably give this to someone and maybe they give me something in exchange for it. What does it do? Because if you press Y, nothing happens. And I wouldn't have known, had people not been asking about it in the Discord, that if you press R, these masks change your player sprite. So I can just be Michelangelo now, and what's interesting is, it actually makes sense that Y doesn't activate the mask, because you can, of course, equip the mask, and then select other tools. But if I press R again, it's not gonna remove the turtle mask until I actually try to equip it from the menu. So I can just be a turtle for right now. And there's another mask too. I'll show you guys in a little bit here. Just thinking I probably don't really need to warp back to the town. I can probably just walk back from here, but it's starting to see how it's a little bit of a trek. Why not make it Leonardo? I mean, I got a sword. But I suppose I shouldn't complain. And just return to town this way. Now this next area has a bunch of custom sprites. The thing about this second area though, first of all, you'll notice, you know, the music is vanilla, and that's fine. But if you enter an area and then exit it, the music will be different, it'll be custom music. I don't know what this thing here is a reference to, it almost looks like something out of Bubble Bobble. But it does have a wall behind him that you can bomb open and then obtain a piece of heart right there. No, it's just to look different. And again, you also have your Stalfos mask. I think the Stalfos mask has some kind of feature that I saw like a streamer share clips of where you can like dash and kind of jump out of the dash, but I don't really know how to do it. I should probably ask. It might actually be useful for something that I couldn't quite figure out. But anyway, I was gonna say, right now we're in the second area of the game, and those like Shadow Link enemies, they do quite a bit of damage if they hit you. Right here, I think there was a piece of heart on the spikes, plus you can get some fairies right here too if you sprinkle some magic powder on these guys. But actually, I think you can't get the magic powder until quite a bit later. Alright, actually, let's get rid of that. I got the purple tunic now, with the blue indication on the menu. You get that in like the 4th dungeon, and finally can actually take half damage. So yeah, just that one tunic upgrade. So yeah, you start off black, and then you end purple. So it's nice that you get some kind of tunic upgrade. I didn't recognize that was Pikachu right away, because it's quite small, but you talk to him, and that's a nice little Easter egg. Okay, so this music right here is the custom music. You're probably noticing right now that's different. And I'm playing 1.0, and right now they're on 1.02. There's been a bunch of bug fixes already. I don't know if that fixes the music, but listen to music and see if you recognize it. And if you don't, as I was saying recently, I just played through Link's Awakening on Switch. I played through Link's Awakening at least a couple times in the past, maybe even like, this might be my 4th time playing it, 3rd or 4th. This is the forest music from Link's Awakening. I think it comes through sounding really nice with the SNES Link to the Past sound font. Alright, so, ouch. Heading down this way. Yeah, I didn't know right away either. But I'm going to show you guys the coolest thing in the entire game in a second here. These enemies are assholes, by the way. before you get the armor upgrade, they do like 3 damage. Those things need to be rebalanced. This is just like the second area of the game. And those guys will mess you up. You do not want to touch them. But at least they're sort of easy enough to deal with. I think they said they were going to consider some rebalancing. But anyway, check this out. So you guys didn't see this yet, did you? Welcome to the Haunted Field. Have you ever wanted to be a Ghostbuster? Well, step right up and see how many ghosts you can catch in just 30 seconds. If you can catch 10 ghosts, I'll give a reward. Just pay me 80 rupees to play. How about it? I'm a Ghostbuster. I love that second option. Alright, then I'll lead you a vacuum. Shows ghosts who's boss around here. Egon is my favorite Ghostbuster. This doesn't work if like, you're standing right on them, I don't think. You kind of have to keep a little bit of distance in order for this to be effective. See? But, if you destroy 10 ghosts, you get a piece of heart. So that's 80 rupees well spent. I kind of feel like if you're going to bother making custom sprites for this, I get the Luigi's Mansion reference with the vacuum, but why not make it like actual like proton pack lightning? That would have been really cool. That's a new record for me, by the way, 15. Okay, time's up. Game over. You caught 15 ghosts. Congratulations, you did good. We could use you as our 5th teammate with your potential. How many Ghostbusters are there right now? Like, a lot, right? Wasn't Louis Tully the 5th one? You'd think that you could go there and that would be a secret, but no. All these, like, holes in this entire forest do is, just drop you into a pit and take one of your hearts. But this second dungeon is quite interesting. You have to walk through quite a bit of forest to get to it. And, there's one thing I'm very eager to show you guys. It's something that you guys might get a little stuck on. If you don't, fully understand how this works. See, I got stuck in this forest for a while and I couldn't figure out that... Maybe this is the only way to do it, I don't know. But, like, look at this, right? You have to charge your sword. I was like, where do I go? And you can actually do that. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like a lot of people are gonna get stuck there and figure out not figure out what to do. So I mean, I would just get rid of one of those holes, honestly. I feel like this hack is just really something special, and you kind of want people to be able to finish it. But to their credit, the devs, they really did kind of see, there's a lot of that. They really did take a lot of player criticisms into account in their little bug fixes. Hey, what's up, Power Panda? Yeah, but the vanilla game never did that. I'm not a fan of those like little pits there. But anyway, yeah, pretty obvious where to go from here. This is just open when you get here. There's also like a little bonus game down there, like kind of like the shell game. With like the 3 chests. So, you can land in this dungeon. It's just like a giant flesh kind of dungeon, and you have these little Metroid enemies, and that's pretty cool. The dungeon design kind of sends you in circles quite a bit. It gives you the ice rod. And you're gonna want that. Oh, and you can talk to this thing. You can actually exit down there. Better escape now while you can. And if you don't know any better, you might consider that, because cool thing, you can actually fight the bosses repeatedly. Bad thing, if this boss touches you one time, it's game over. I'm not even exaggerating. Doesn't matter if you have fairies. This thing touches you, and you run out of magic, forget about it. You can't escape. I'm tempted to show you guys. And I didn't even have the Master Sword when I fought this guy. I died like a few times. I ran out of magic at least once. Oh, and apparently I can't exit. So that's fun. It's fine though, we can always just reset. But cool, you got to see a giant Metroid boss. But yeah, it grabs you, you can't escape, it drains your health. Fairy revives you, you keep dying. Maybe if you have the Pegasus boots, which I didn't have, but I think it's possible to have for this fight, Maybe you can dash out and escape that way, but even then, you run out of magic, you're screwed. So mixed opinions about this whole boss and dungeon. Seemed pretty cool in theory, but I got a little frustrated there. Not quite as frustrated as I got with the very next dungeon though, and I know at least a couple other people who had serious issues with the third dungeon. It's actually quite impressive, almost as impressive as it is cryptic. And it's a real shame, like, I'll tell you right now, I got to the third dungeon, I got, like, all the tools, and I thought I was probably done, because, I mean, I was like, well, there's no boss, and maybe I have to come back later for the amulet, or maybe the amulet actually is somewhere else. This guy says to come back later, but, like, I came back later, and didn't have anything to say to me. This is the end of the game, so, I mean, what can you say, right? So, anyway, go this way. You got that one little secret right there. I think you get like a piece of heart if you go down there. But then also this one, which this one you have to dash into, just like in vanilla. And you come here and... See, right now I actually have the magical boomerang. But you kind of have to use the ice rod. And then, voila, that's where you get the Master Sword, in fact. Okay, so then you get the Master Sword. And you actually need it to get into the third dungeon. Could have totally had it for the second dungeon. Probably even the first, I'm not sure. I didn't have it till the third dungeon. This area is actually kind of bugged in 1.0, where when too many enemies spawn on the screen, the music will stop. And if I lose health, whatever, I'll just use one of my blue potions. I don't care at this point. At some point, you find a pirate and he gives you a shovel and a treasure map. And X marks a spot. You dig like right around here. I think it's this spot right here I'm standing on. And then that's where you get the ocarina. And then you go back and you talk to the pirate, and then he gives you his parrot, which enables fast travel when you call him with the ocarina. As soon as you get the ocarina, it replaces the shovel. So then you come over here for this third dungeon, and I'm tempted to show you guys a bit of this third dungeon. There's some very cool things about it. Oh, it's actually not here. You have to go around this way. So you come up here, you use your Master Sword to open the little energy barrier. You come here. Now, first kill all the enemies in this room. I got stuck here. Everyone gets stuck in this dungeon, and it's really a shame because this hack is so good and you miss out on so much if you give up on this dungeon. And I know people other than, like, I would have given up on this dungeon if I didn't get a hint from someone in the Discord. And the hint they gave me actually, like, I'm gonna spoil it for you guys right now. So I mean, I'm gonna try to say what it is. If you want to look away from the screen, look away. And I'll try and explain this without using words. Or there, you know what? Yeah, there was like a little block here that kind of gave you a hint that said you should explore like an area more than once. And if you notice something, then you know you might see some kind of indication of what you're supposed to do. And then you do what I just did, and this all opens up, and then you can go down there, and then that's sort of required to advance. So I got stuck there. I did not know what to do once I got this. But that's what you're supposed to do. If you saw the little hint in the room there. But anyway. You know what? I'm almost tempted to show you guys more of that area, but I'm thinking maybe not quite so much. Let's just kind of move along a bit, shall we? You have this 4th dungeon. I want to show you something in here, actually, that I think... Well, I'll just show it to you really quickly. I actually like this dungeon quite a bit, but there's this room right here, and, you're supposed to drop, like... Well, you know what? I'll show you guys a little bit of this dungeon. It's fine. I don't think it's going to take too super long. I beat this dungeon before I beat the 3rd dungeon, by the way. So, first of all... And not really first of all, because, like, this is a bit, like, late in the dungeon when you come over here, once you have, the Rod of Fire. You probably saw, like, these torches up here, right? You use the Rod of Fire, you burn them 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear the little chime, and sometimes you don't really notice the treasure chest. Like, I didn't notice this treasure chest appeared and gave me a key. I was like, where's this extra key that I need? And I went there, and there it was. But, the messed up thing about it was, I didn't even really need it, and I'll explain. So I came this way. So you can access, this from here, once you get keys or whatever. And there's a way to get, like, you know, go right and come through, that area too after hitting another switch. And you kind of have to go left with the brown switch, or the brown blocks down. And later on you gotta go right with the blue blocks down. There's like a key in that, like, door there, and then you come this way. There's no dungeon maps. Each dungeon only has a big key, and that's it. But they also give you, like, 2 or 3 different tools, and anywhere from, like, 1 to 3 heart pieces, from my observation. So anyway, you come up all the way here, right? This was fixed, I think, in, like, 1.1, actually. 1.1 or 1.2, they actually fixed this so you couldn't cheese it. But I think I was able to cheese this. Unless there's something I'm missing. You come here, and, you know, you push this in here. You fall down there, it takes you to that very first screen in the dungeon, right? Now, if, hang on. I just gotta make sure I don't, like, get knocked into a pit. You read this little thing right here. In order to get the treasure, one must push the blocks down a floor on each side. Each side, huh? So yeah, you have to come back down, so, I didn't have a key to go to the right and come back down and go through there. I beat the dungeon without even doing that. I was able to do this. Hang on. Do that. Scroll the screen down. I was able to get this. And, I think you're not supposed to be able to do that. Because when I did that, then, I went through here. And then through here. And then, just like that, I was able to get the, oh crap. Never mind. Okay, so this room gives me the medallion again. This boss was actually quite hard, it hurt me a lot. But hang on, there was a way, I was able to get the purple armor, but I didn't have to go both ways. When I finally came back, I got that key and I went around the other way. There was like nothing really there. So, I don't know. So, okay, they're preventing some soft locks here, but they didn't prevent that one soft lock in the 2nd dungeon. But again, this version right here that we're playing is 1.0. I'm gonna actually backtrack a little bit. I'll show you guys a little bit more of the 3rd dungeon. As well as like some other stuff on the way. In fact, I can't neglect to show you guys this. Another little cameo. Luigi gives you a nice little minigame where, like, he's got enemies and chickens in the next room. And you gotta shoot the plants, but not hit the chickens. And I did it on my first try, and I think he gives, like, a piece of heart, so that was nice. But anyway. show you guys like a little bit more. Item with the face? You mean in here? The turtle mask? Did you not see the turtle mask yet? We can be a turtle for a little bit longer. The game doesn't tell you this in earlier versions, but I think they fixed it in later versions. Yeah, press R to use the turtle mask. But the game does not tell you that. I thought it was probably something you had to give to someone. And then they give you something else for it, you know, kind of like the mushroom. But no, like, oh, we just kind of figured everyone just kind of pressed buttons and figure out what it did. No, I wouldn't do that because I figured it's probably just a thing to give to someone because I'm pressing Y. It's not letting me do anything. But again, the cool thing is, it's not Y because you can switch to other items and still keep it equipped. To unequip it, you can't just press R unless you select it again from the menu. Perhaps there's another mask that I don't have. I can kind of show you guys what I mean a little bit. I have to show you guys this one area right here. Because I gotta tell you, I couldn't figure out what to do here. You can't go left, you can't go right, you can go forward, you fall in the hole. I mean, I can't figure it out, I'm sorry. You go here, I tried pushing all these blocks, nothing. I tried hook-shotting over there, I was able to get across, it's not that easy. Can't push any of those blocks either. I have no idea what to do about this whole area. You probably have to fall in here through another place, maybe? Boomerangs will not allow me to snag the pieces of heart. This is one of those areas I couldn't figure it out, and there's at least one more. So you talk to this witch lady here, and these Team Rocket people, as I was saying, I found like 4 of them. I told all 4 of them I wanted to join Team Rocket, but maybe there's more I was missing. Maybe something happens, I don't know. But yeah, you can come here and buy your blue potion, so that's nice. Oh, and just talking to this guy refills your health. If you go down the stairs, like down these stairs over there, then you can find the mushroom in the basement down there. Give it to the witch, she'll make you the magic powder if you come back later on. Which again, let's just do it because it's funny. Sprinkle some of that on these guys here. Oh, that one looks like a different color from the one I talked to earlier. But they still electrocute you. Oh, the eyes! That's pretty cool. I'll take that. Okay, so heading up north back here. I decided I kind of do want to show you guys a little bit more of this dungeon. So I already showed you guys, like, you know, the most important room where a lot of people get stuck. You know what? There's actually another part that people will probably get stuck on too, so I'll probably show you that whole thing. I'm going to show you guys a bit of this dungeon now, it turns out. We're going to take a minute. Okay, so you can walk down here. You can also get down here by other means, that's fine. You actually kind of have to go this way. Actually, wait, do I have to do this now? I think maybe. You gotta use the boomerang, you have to do this room. Just kind of gotta do this back and forth. You gotta hit this, and then you gotta hit this switch to open the door. Oh, that's right, I can't walk forward until I hit the switch. Again. Oh, again. The red boomerang you get in like the 4th dungeon, I believe. The blue one I think you get in the 2nd dungeon. So then, anyway. I'm getting those just for later. I thought for sure that this was a thing in the center of the room that I would have to shoot with an arrow. I thought there was like something in the center of the room. That's nothing as far as I can tell. But anyway. I'm gonna show you guys like a good chunk of this dungeon because it's mostly pretty cool except for the fact that it's, again, way more cryptic than it is impressive. But also, again, they fixed it in recent updates, and still, I think, more updates to come. Oh, you know what else kind of messed up a lot of people? I'll show you this over here. I could have gone through this other door over here, gone this way. And, you go in this room here. And then, oh no. You open the treasure chest. You get the magic cape. And then you can go over here. A lot of people don't know that, like how to get out of here without saving and exiting. This was a portal I was able to go down and get some fairies, but anyway. A lot of people don't know you can push that block. So in case anyone gets stuck there, that's another thing for you guys to know. I like the little Grim Reaper enemies. You can't really pull that, but you have to push it over here. You can push that over here easily enough, or I can do this, because I have this now. That's one of the last items you get in the game. Oh yeah, you gotta switch back and forth between, like, arrows or boomerang. Oh no, not arrows, because, yeah, you have to come this way to get the arrows in the first place. And yeah, just back and forth kind of between boomerang and lantern. Then you come here. I thought for sure that, like, I would have to shoot an arrow into this guy's eye. Or do something, and I was like, I know those things aren't always super reliable. Because you get the arrows out here. This is actually kind of cool. You climb to the top of the building. And then you read the Book of Mudora here. And if I do it again now, it's going to hard lock the game. So I'm not going to do that. But when you read the Book of Mudora the first time, this thing crumbles. And it says, like, you know, you can wish for anything you want. Like, whatever you wish for in your heart. And then the thing crumbles. A bow falls from the sky. And it said, you found a bow. You could have wished for anything you wanted. But you wished for a bow for some reason. It's pretty funny. And then, I thought I was, like, done with the dungeon. Because I was like, alright, it's at the top. I can't figure out where the heck else to go. So then from there, I just went to the 4th dungeon and completed, as I said. But I want to show you guys, like, a little bit more. Because I've already shown you guys just how insanely cryptic this dungeon, I'll say, was. Because it was fixed a bit. I have to show you guys that same room again, because I have to show you where it leads. Whatever, I don't care about my health that much. Ah! These enemies are annoying sometimes. Okay, come this way. You know, maybe it was like, because I played 1.1 for a bit, I loaded state onto it, and it messed up, like, I had an extra key here, I couldn't figure out where it goes. It's down those stairs over there, by the way. But then I went to another door that was locked, I was like, didn't I unlock this before? And yeah, a door that I had already unlocked was locked again, when I loaded state from 1.0 to 1.1. So when that happened, I went back to 1.0, I was like, alright, you know what, I'm just gonna stay on 1.0 for now. And they told me, they're like, don't load states, just, like, you know, rename your file and use the SRM or whatever, and I was just like, yeah, I guess I could, but I mean, whatever, I'll stick with 1.0 right now. But anyway, there was a message block that gave you a hint, like, you know, some rooms are worth checking twice, look for clues. And, you know, already cryptic enough, like, too cryptic, I think, without that. I did not recognize this the first time. Someone gave me a hint to look for something that looked like this, and then, as I said, I did this. And I could tell, like, when I was, like, banging my sword against this wall, nothing was happening. I wasn't getting this kind of feedback. I was getting, like nothing. I was getting like this. So I knew it was one of those. So eventually I figured that out. But I still don't think I would have figured it out on my own. But maybe with, like, the little message block, I probably would have. But even still, it's like, this is sort of an early room you enter when you enter the dungeon. So it's not really one of those rooms you think you might have to come back to later on either. So then you come back, and you go this way. I don't actually know if this is still gonna be in here. Ah, yes! Rescue the damsel in distress. So now you have an escort mission. Anyone who's played Link to the Past kind of knows where this is headed. Yeah, you know, you go down here. This is kind of a fun room. I thought maybe there was, like, probably a secret in here because it's dark and I couldn't light anything up. Maybe there was, like, a piece of heart or something, or maybe it was, like, a key, actually. I think it was a key. Ah. Yeah, I was exploring that room for a bit. Still nothing. So anyway, you go on this escort mission here, and even still, I was kind of impressed with myself for figuring this out in this next room. This next thing might be even more cryptic than what I just showed you. Trust me, this is the only way out. Well, I have to hit that switch again. Sorry about that. I thought we were already done with that, but, you know, it's easy enough. Only takes a minute or two. We're gonna hit that switch again. Ah. By which, of course, I mean this switch. Alright, so now you can head into this library right here. And it's like the only real room that this character gives you any feedback on. If you exit the dungeon, this character is just gone. You gotta go all the way back and get them again. So you come here, and there's like probably a key or something in here. There's like, you know, some treasures. You can light the lanterns, whatever. You read this thing. With a helping hand, leave no stone unturned. I thought you had to like... This is what I thought. I thought you had to like pick up all these like things and throw them. And maybe that would like activate something. I was like, oh, so I have the gloves, so I have to pick things up and throw them all, maybe. No, that's not what it was. And you can already see now. You have to push this out of the way, just like in the very beginning of Link to the Past, when you're trying to push that, like, thing behind the throne. This is cryptic. I'm amazed I figured this out. Push this to the side in order to reveal another door. If you didn't get stuck on that first one, you probably got stuck on that second little cryptic hint. It's a very impressive dungeon, but my god, this is a bit much, like, you know, with, I keep saying cryptic, but I don't know what else to tell you. Was there like a switch over here somewhere, maybe? At this point, I should just, see if I can fight the boss again. I mean, I was able to fight that second boss, which was pretty cool, because you got to see the Metroid. Couldn't fight that fourth boss again. The fourth boss, by the way, was Vadi from Four Swords. That was pretty impressive. The first one was just like some pumpkin head guy. And, like, you know, you hit him, and you grab the pumpkin, throw it against the wall, and then you hit, like, the little spirit that comes out or whatever. Then you go down here. This dungeon. Oh, I do have to fight it again. Wahahaha. Remember this from Link's Awakening? You fell right into my trap. I've been luring you down here ever since I swallowed you whole. Now there's nowhere left for you to run. Here's the thing. It kind of looks like I'm hurting it. Like the bottom... It's bottom, like, his left. Like, on the right side of his mouth, from our perspective. You get a little bit of feedback that's flashing, but... I actually asked the devs, I was like, would it be possible to provide improved feedback for when you're damaging this guy? Because... I only know how to harm him from my experience playing Link to the Past. And luckily, you use enough bombs on him and he does give you more. Just in case I die here or whatever. Perhaps I won't. Perhaps I'll just use like a blue potion if I have to. Yeah, see, he just gives you 8 bombs after a minute. And I wasn't even 100% sure. I'm like, I mean, this is how you defeat him in Link's Awakening, so... Oh, you know, I think it did make a sound. I haven't been hearing it. But I wish there was a way to improve, like, the flashing... Or more noticeable sound. Maybe it's like these tiles flying around are making too much noise. But yeah, it's like you can kind of barely tell that you're damaging it. Now, am I soft locked again? It gave me another heart! Holy crap! Can I just max out my hearts this way? I'm gonna save and quit. Oh, that was cool. I might have to do that again later. That's probably an oversight. From here, now I can just show you guys, like, the end of the game. And it's pretty cool. But, there's still much to discuss. You guys will see exactly what I mean. Yep, but they gave me the heart and I was able to save and respawn where I did, so yay. I didn't show you guys this area yet. I kind of want to show it to you a little bit. Like this whole pirate ship area. Those pirates bump into you and take your bombs and arrows and crap. It's just like these two screens right here. And I think this is the one Yeah, there's this. This isn't the one I was thinking of. There's, another one where there's, as I explained, where you get the ocarina. It's one of these pirate ships. It must be this one. I think the other one might also be a minigame. There's like one other door I didn't go through. A lot of lag on that screen. Is it this one? I think it is. We'll see once I go down here. No, it's actually... I was wrong. It was that first one that I didn't enter. We'll enter that, just so I can show you guys the cool custom sprite that they have in there. Alright, so... yeah, talking again about balance, that second area of the game, the Southern Forest, those enemies do so much damage, as I already explained. And by the time you start exploring, like, you know, the third and fourth areas around those dungeons, those enemies aren't even doing that same kind of damage. Oh. So, you know, yeah, this is kind of cryptic, so I'm gonna spoil this for you guys. Yar, thee who boards this ship must find me favorite book in order to find me treasure, the captain. You can try pulling on every bookshelf, it's not gonna do anything, but this does look suspicious, so that's where it is. I was able to figure that out on my own, fortunately. So when you go down here, and let's see, is it? Yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Whatever. And this is the pirate that gives you the shovel. He actually won't talk to me right now, but he gave me the shovel, the treasure map. I dug up the ocarina, I brought it to him, and then he gave me the parrot. When you first talk to him, he says he wants to charge you like a ridiculous amount of rupees. Like, higher than like $9.99, like thousands of rupees. You can't carry it. You have to say no. If you say yes, then he says too bad, you don't have it. You say no, he says, alright, I'll give you a discount, like 120 or whatever. Then he gives you the goods. So then anyway, you head over here, and I tell you what, I'm gonna reset because he's already like consumed all of my bombs. Or maybe I used all those bombs when I fought that one boss just there. Like, I just reset because I thought I was losing a bunch of bombs, these stupid pirate enemies. But it's fine. I have nothing else really that I can think of that I want to show you guys from the World of Light. But there is a World of Dark, or Shadows, I think as it's called. Sadly, probably most people won't get that far if they can't figure out what to do in the third dungeon. But you warp to the second dungeon. Sorry, you warp to the fourth dungeon, which is number 2 on the fast travel map. You can now enter the swamp. You go down here. There's your gateway. And in one of these houses here... hang on. Shop guy's house. Oh no, it's a shop guy coming to be a pirate and steal my stuff again. I'd rather just not bump into him. You guys can take my word for it. So, uh-oh. I think... I might be wrong. There's a house. It's like a whole town. It's like a whole area. It's got its own, like, map, even. And, you enter one of these houses somewhere. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. And you open a treasure chest, and it has the mirror in it. And you stand on that, like, altar with the Triforce. You use the mirror. You can go back to the World of Light. Until you figure that out, you're stuck here. Even if you, like, save your game and reset. But all the houses in this area do something very interesting. Have you figured it out yet? Everything attacks you. Like, you wouldn't even... I'll probably show you guys a little bit more. Maybe that was the mirror up there. Oh no, it's a window. There's a lot of this in this world. That's like all the houses are. I want to actually go down here next. Because thank goodness there's a fairy fountain right here. I used to have some of these, but not a whole lot of them really doing much. I gotta show you, I think it's over here, though. Yeah, it's over there, but... Sorry, excuse me. Now, I remember there was that one Team Rocket guy in the pub in the town, kind of near the house we started. There was that 2 in the witch's house. You can bomb this building right here. There's your other Team Rocket guy. You can also pull on this. Oh, it gave me blue ones last time. So anyway, that's a 4th Team Rocket guy that I was able to find. This is the other area that I have no clue about. So I go through this room right here, right? I have no freaking idea what to do here. Like you can't, like, Cane of Samaria, you can't, like, throw a block because it goes in the hole. And even if it didn't, like, you can't hook shot to it. Maybe this is an exit from somewhere. I have no idea. I just don't get that one at all. You know what? Let me try one thing real quick. I just want to make sure. If it's Magic Cape, I'm going to feel really dumb. There are uses for the Magic Cape in, like, the very late game, but not a lot. Yeah. Okay, never mind. It's not the Magic Cape. It might be one, like I was talking earlier, how I saw, like, someone figure out that, I don't know what the inputs are. And by the way, I did check those walls that look like they could be bombable. A lot of walls look like they're bombable, but they're not. I always check them. But this wall did indicate that it could be bombed, but didn't make the noise when you hit it with your sword. So, bomb it anyway. But yeah, like, I think with the Stalfos costume, and maybe it's just a Stalfos costume. I gotta do it with the Stalfos costume. You can, do, like, a dash attack and then, like, a jump. Maybe you have to do that there somehow. I don't know what the inputs are. Maybe someone can let me know if it's, like, required. And if it is required, they should probably let me know. By the way, check this out over here. See that on the top right there? I tried sprinkling magic powder on it. It looks kind of like that one, blacksmith in the World of Darkness or whatever. But then it attacks you, and you can kill it. Or not. The Sanctuary, by the way, I'll show you guys just this, because it's pretty crazy. Use the hookshot to get that, by the way. You get the hookshot in here, in fact. This area is kind of nuts. It's in the basement here. Even beds attack you. Blue blocks. Blue blockers. Everything attacks you. So, you come down here. And I guess you can just attack what attacks you. You really pretty much have to use the fire rod and the dash boots, because you gotta hit that switch. Or lantern, I should say. You gotta light that one, you gotta light that one. That one down there. There's a heart piece in the middle there, I got it. And then that one, you gotta light all of them. Then this treasure chest appears, then you get the hook shot. I thought the timing was kind of tight. But, and I thought maybe it was like some kind of like unnecessary secret. But no, it was the hook shot. And you do need it, I believe. So, just FYI. You can't destroy everything, I guess. Not liking how I'm losing health here. But interestingly, I'm not sure if it's... Maybe I had like 3 heart pieces at the time. But when I got this treasure chest down there to the left with the hook shot, it gave me a full heart. Maybe that was my 4th heart piece, but it might have actually been a heart container. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was a heart piece. Alright, so... come this way now. Use the hook shot. There's other ways to get across here without the hook shot, actually, like... by, destroying the bush and, like, hammering that thing from over there and, like, walking across diagonally, which I think is kind of dumb, but that's just my opinion. I don't like walking diagonally across those little pits. That's just my personal preference. And, you don't have to go through this dungeon to fight the last boss, but I want to show you guys some stuff in this dungeon. So, first of all, the music, which we already kind of just had spoiled for us a little bit earlier in that last area we explored. You forget how awesome the Zelda 2 temple music is. Sounds great in this hack. I think I have to kill all these enemies to go up there. Which, I mean, later on you get a key, you go down there, and that's fine, or whatever. But there's like some like kind of hints given in here I want to show you guys. And there was some stuff here I couldn't quite figure out. If any dev is watching this right now, I'm sure they know what I'm talking about. I gotta kill this jerk. It takes so many hits. Yeah, like you go down there and you get like the I think the big key to get you the Cane of Samaria, which is I think right here. Oh yeah, no, the Cane of Samaria, it's down here. Easy enough to get with the hook shot, but you need the big key. But then you have this little hint in the wall right here, where royal halls rise high and faith's silence echoes. Seek the chain of ascension. It binds stone to sky and the wanderer to the heights of power. My guess is this is some kind of a cryptic hint for how to get an upgraded sword, and I'll explain why I believe that in a little bit. Oh, I don't know if I can go back that way, but it's fine. Go back one way or another. It's all okay. We can go this way. It's all good. Actually, I can just kind of go back where I came from. I'd have to explore this whole area, but there's a whole big area I kind of gotta go through and show you guys. And it's gonna take a minute, but it's bothering me so much that like I want to talk about it. So go here, right? After you get like, you know, the Cane of Samaria or whatever, you come up this way. And this, I've checked every wall, every curtain. I've bombed some walls I probably shouldn't have even bombed. Big key, I think, opens this. You go down here. This is where you need the Cane of Samaria for this switch right here. Place a block. Refill your magic if you want. Refill your health. Now, another cryptic hint. Whatever. Where stone meets sky, a hidden path awaits. Dare you ascend? Now, I spent too much time exploring this area. Here's the thing, you go here, right? Look where it warps you. It looks like it warps you to the top of the castle, right? So I'm stuck here, now I gotta fight these guys. And just be patient with me as I sort of illustrate my point. Kill them to open the door, right? Okay, seems fine. This is interesting. It seems like I'm doing this in reverse order. You see where I'm going yet? So, ooh, yes, please. Head down this way. One of these usually gives a fairy, I've noticed. Okay, I don't have that kind of luck today, apparently. Okay, see, easy enough. I've checked every crack in every wall. I've tried, like, pushing every block, I think. But, notice something here? I was warped to the top of the tower. I take the stairs down. And it keeps going down. And this section's kind of long, but we're just going to do it anyway. I was like, am I supposed to look for some kind of secret? Is like some kind of secret in a wall or something? Does it even, like, work as intended? By the way, I don't know if there's any way I could, like, possibly walk back up there or get back up there from here. If I was to go backwards. Why would I want to go backwards? Well, dare you ascend? Huh. I'll tell you right now. Every, floor, we're gonna go down. So, my thought, after thinking about it a little bit, was, oh, you go through this whole area, you go all the way down to the bottom, and then you go all the way back up to the top, and then maybe there's, like, some kind of, secret, like, gateway up there or something like that, and, I tried that a few times, actually, and I got stuck. And I'll explain exactly how when we get there. You know, not the first time that I haven't really figured out what I'm supposed to be doing in Zelda Link to the Past hack. Wouldn't hurt to fill some health, so I'm gonna leave no stone unturned. Alright, so these enemies, of course, are only weak to arrows. Sometimes they take 3 hits. In the castle's shadow, where evening's touch graces stone, secrets lie veiled in twilight. This, I believe, is something totally different. I think they're just explaining how to fight the last boss, which I've done. And it's, I'll tell you right now, it's something to look forward to. It's also not super hard if you know what to do. Seek the western whisper, where light falters and darkness begins its dance. A doorway hidden, a path to the mirror's twin. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. Perhaps many of you can already sense what lies ahead of us when we get there. But you know, another thing, kind of change the subject a little. I've lit like every torch. I'm not even gonna bother with that right now. Just take my word for it. I've done it. Make sure I can find some health or a fairy or something if I'm lucky. I don't need to light any of these. And yes, I've tried lighting all these, including the ones in the next room. And it didn't appear to do anything, but, I mean... we still got, like, a bit of a ways to go here. And don't worry, it's fine. Like, I've done this a few times already. I know what to do. Like, these enemies, like, they'll give you keys and stuff. I've already got the keys, you know. It's gonna go a little faster than I did the first time. It's kind of satisfying, though, you know, just fighting a bunch of enemies. Puzzles at this point, not super cryptic. So here. This is, like, another very important part right here. I go through this door right here. Watch this. Door behind me locks. There's no way to open it again. So when I came ascending from the bottom back to the top, I got stuck here. I tried everything in this room. I killed all the enemies, I lit the torches, kept them all lit up. Tried all the, like, the walls. Bunch of bombs, like, you know, testing walls for, like, feedback of sound effects. Nothing. Like, you do, by the way, have to push this in order to unlock a treasure chest, like, all the way down there. That gives you a key that you need to, like, make it out of the room. But take my word for it. Like, I tried... I lifted all, like, the little skull things. There's nothing here. To my knowledge, there's nowhere else to go if I'm trying to climb back up the tower. So I'm stumped. There's probably some kind of secret that they gave me multiple hints to, and I could not figure it out. This part's a little bit annoying. You gotta push this over this way. Probably take a little bit of damage in the process. You could grab a fairy from right there. Perhaps I will before I leave. Yeah, there's like a wall right there, you gotta... It's a little bit annoying, but... King of Samaria will not help you here. Because you have to go back and it scrolls, like, the switch off the screen. But, as long as you leave this thing here, you're good. For crying out loud. I'm gonna just kind of be happy with the health that I've got right here. These enemies right here. Yeah, kind of like lure them into your arrows. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good on everything right now except for arrows. But don't worry, I don't need them for the last boss. Just need them for some enemies. I did not, but I saw that you said it was crap. So it's not the first thing I'm gonna do, but, you know, maybe eventually when I'm bored. I did download it and kind of prepare it for stream. But there was that other Mega Man 2 hack, not Venon. Mao or whatever, that took you like 4 hours to beat. I don't expect I'm gonna play much of that either. But with this room, you gotta fight all the tiles and then it gives you a key. But if I'm just leaving, I can just hit the switch again. And by the way, I tried this again. No, like, there's no, like, extra secret to be found if I attack all the tiles again. So you hit the switch, you go back down. Oh yeah, Rob, with Rockman 2 Mao, I'm hoping I can maybe beat, like, a stage or two. I don't know. I'll try. This is probably not a bad spot to use the magic cape. Oh, sorry. I need to turn it off. These enemies are, I feel like, a lot easier than they were in Link's Awakening. Mao's pretty good, okay. Well, I mean, I will play it. I may disagree, but I'm sure I won't finish it. Sadly, I don't think I'm gonna get to that today. Maybe in like another day or two. I might stay home tonight. Like, I stayed home from work today. I was actually pretty sick yesterday. And, I was up incredibly late last night. Not just because I was playing this, but because, all I'll say is that the wife was, like, really sick. We had to go get her checked out. I don't really want to get into the details of that right now, but, everything seems sort of okay. It's just that there's multiple colds and viruses going around right now. Like, you know, I went to the doctor last week, and I'm sick again, worse than I was, even after antibiotics. Like, yes, that's correct, everyone. I've not been streaming because I got sick again. And, even the doctor was like, yeah, you guys both, like my wife and I, you probably got sick, and then you probably got sick again. Been sick for like over a month now, both of us. It really sucks. Nice shot. And again, I checked all these walls for cracks. Alright, pay attention to what floor it says on the top right. Basement 9. Keep that in mind. Basement 9. Now, I might be pointing something out that's either a glitch or something that might have been fixed in future versions. Or I just am too much of a dumbass to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing to find, like, whatever secret the game's trying to hit me at. But at this point, I might appreciate a hint. If it can be avoided to make it too spoilery, then that might be preferred. Like, I really like the hint that I got for that, that third dungeon that I couldn't figure out. That was one of those hints that you just appreciate that, like, doesn't really spoil the whole thing. I would have much rather, like, been able to figure it out on my own, but I sort of tried, and, you know, I feel like it wasn't 100% me being dumb. Okay, so anyway, it said Basement 9, right? We're at the end. So you're probably thinking, okay, and then this is where you get the level 2 gloves, the very last thing you get. But you need to get to the last boss. So, here we are, right? Where stone meets sky? I thought probably it meant maybe like the top of the tower in the light world. Maybe there was like something up there. I tried using the mirror up there, you know, nothing. I gotta try using the mirror here too, but yeah, nothing. So, no surprises there. Look what happens when I go back in. It's not Basement 9. Hang on. We're gonna go back one room. This is important. Trust me. I know that a lot of you guys probably already have figured out what's about to happen. But you have to see this, because this was very interesting. I'm kind of impressed I noticed it, and very disappointed that it didn't lead anywhere for me. Ooh, I want that. Okay, watch what happens when I go up these stairs. This is not Basement 8. 3rd floor? So really, the game wants you to ascend. If you can make it all the way back up in reverse order, probably make it all the way up to the top, like, you know, where I first warped at the top of the tower where you fight, like, Aghanim and Link to the Past. And maybe there's like a new warp there, it takes you somewhere else. Maybe there's like a sword upgrade or something, I don't know. But, as I showed you with that one door, in like Basement 4 or whatever, I could not figure out how to go back through there. Like, I tried everything, so I mean, help. Alright. Anyway, if you go... You can go, like, left or right here, and if you go down to the right, there is, like, something down there once you have, like, the hook shot, that'll take you to, like, you know, a hidden... God damn it, cat. Alright. But if you go this way... I think we're ready to finish this game now. Now, this part right here is actually really annoying. I do not like this right here either. It is ridiculously hard to try and snag that stupid bush, but that's what you have to do. This needs to be improved. I don't know if it was improved in a later revision, but to my knowledge, this is how you do it. And you just gotta keep doing it until you get it. We might be here for a minute. Isn't that ridiculous? I don't appreciate that a whole lot, honestly, but whatever. Made it across, didn't hurt us. And by the way, you go here. That last hint that you get, like, in the castle about, like, you know, the castle's shadow or whatever. Now here we are, like, you know, in the castle's shadow or whatever, and then... Get ready, you guys. We're about to fight the last boss. This is exciting. I promise you this is worth it. This is actually really cool. You, how did you get past the castle? No matter. I won't let you get in the way of my plans. Looking for Ganon? Or perhaps a lost princess? You've been chasing phantoms. And while you scoured Allhallows for lousy amulets, I used Zelda to corrupt the Triforce. Yeah, Zelda's actually nowhere to be found in this hack after the beginning. Now the Triforce's might is tinted with shadows and evil. Maybe tainted is what they mean? Or tinted maybe because of shadows. Do you want to save it now? Too bad. You'll have to get through me. Alright. This is the most effective way I've found to harm him. Like, if you try to attack him directly, like, he does block a lot. Unless when he doesn't. I thought maybe there'd be like some secret in the middle, like if he opens up a hole there. But he will open up those holes on the side. I want to try my best not to fall down those. You've impressed me, yet can you withstand the surge of your shadow's wrath? Witness true darkness. This is where it gets hard. He's harder to hit now. He does some damage and he knocks me pretty far when I don't harm him. This is actually, I think, the worst I've ever done with him. What the heck? I've beaten him like twice before already. Or at least once. I beat him on my first try. But I did use at least one, maybe two potions. And it's just this, really, but... What? What is he doing? He hits pretty hard. Oh my gosh. I might not get this on the first attempt here. Ooh. Yes, got him. That's it, game done. Legend of Zelda Allhallows Eve. I do recommend it. Just, you know, with some criticisms, but overall, very, very impressed. Wonderful time. It really is something special. Welcome, T-Shart. I am the essence of the Triforce. Triforce, even in darkness, mirrors the desires deep within the soul of the wielder. Your battle with Dark Link was a struggle not just of swords, but of souls. Light chasing with dark. Light clashing with dark. Now the shadow wanes. Dark Link sought to blanket all realms in eternal night. His ambition cast this pall. That's a new one for me. Now in his defeat, light nears. As darkness fades from the Triforce, it awaits a heart to shape its purified power. Your quest has tested the might of your spirit, vanquishing the shadow that once cursed these hallowed triangles. The Triforce awaits its rebirth, its potential gleams, guided by your spirit. Now, approach with your hope, ignite its light with your heartfelt wish. Another bow! Silver arrows! How about the solution to that riddle about the ascent that I couldn't figure out? Maybe one of those rooms is just different, I didn't quite notice. But yeah, again, I can ascend to that one room where that door was locked, and then I just don't know. I banged my head against it for longer than I'm proud to admit. But at that point, I was just like, alright. I showed you guys like a few parts where I didn't really know what to do, where to go. I'm sure there's more to see. And I'm open to the idea of going back and trying to explore a bit more, but at some point you kind of gotta go and play a different game. If people want to give me non-super spoilery hints, point me in the right direction, things to try out. Or maybe even spoiler it for me, like, you know, if it's really worth it. Then I guess, you know, hit me up, send me a DM, leave a comment. Look, it's Mom. The 2023 Halloween season, in just over 2 months it was made. But, you know, while I have been sick again, and, you know, just kind of busy with stuff... Hey, what's up, Robert Douglas? You know, admittedly, I spent a bit of my spare time lately just trying to go through this hack. And it took a bit longer than I thought it probably would. It was worth it, but again, it wouldn't have happened without the help of the devs. And, well, not just the devs, but, like, other people playtesting it in, like, the Discord. And just, like, a couple little hints that, made it really possible. Particularly that third dungeon, though, the northern, like, mansion. Nice new emote, Rob. I like it. Hey, that's the cat. Hey, cat, are you an emote? Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube cat. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube cat. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube cat. With a purple helmet. I actually have 2 of those. Like, I got one amber color, which you see right there, which was later upgraded to have a purple Mega Man helmet. And Mega Meow Militia, like RGC Retro Game Commander, he gave these away as like thank you gifts for people who participated in his recent marathon to raise money for shelter cats. And I got to pick a second one too. And for some reason I picked marine blue, and blue's not normally one of the colors I like. I feel like blue's an incredibly overrated color, but I sort of started to discover recently I like that shade of marine blue. I kind of like marine blue now in general. I kind of don't hate blue as much as I did for many, many years. Yeah, I'm only using one of these emotes right now, I think, because I think I only have space for one animated emote right now, so that's why I'm using it. I will, this team right here, it was like 5 developers on this hack, They've made some outstanding Link to the Past hacks so far this year. Every Link to the Past hack I ever tried before... I'm sorry, they said 56 before, now it says 41. Okay. But like, I never made it very far at all into any Link to the Past hack. Never passed like maybe the intro dungeon. But these guys made a bunch of mini hacks this year, and there was like maybe 1 or 2 other authors too. And I've beaten like what, at least 7, maybe like 8 Link to the Past hacks so far this year. That's something. So, thanks so much for all the good content and all the enjoyment. Thanks so much everyone for watching, and let's switch to the next thing now.